Welcome to the Cat Diaries. The Stray Cat Diaries they used to be called. Now they're just the Cat Diaries because, well, this happened. That's Mumcat eating in our utility room. There's the door, and to the left of there is sort of 20 yards is where the stray cats are. They're all doing well. We worked out there just about 10.5 weeks now, so we're going to take them in this afternoon, and we've got a little room prepared for them and stuff. But this, out of nowhere the other day, I had the door open. One sec. Okay, nobody panic. The dogs just almost got in through the patio doors, and that would have that would have reset things. You want to come in then? Yeah, so the other day we had the door open whilst I was preparing breakfast. Jared and one of the others have come in a couple of times now whilst we're preparing breakfast. Obviously we shut the other cat out, or make sure she doesn't come in, and the dogs and stuff. And Mumcat and her boyfriend Scratch were outside, and she sort of stepped in and had a little look around. And this morning I saw that she was outside, and I thought, hey, no, I'll show her food and put it down. And she very tentatively, but she still did it, came inside to eat her food. This is massive for two reasons. One is, it's going to be a damn sight easy to capture her when we need to take her to the vets to have her done, which is part of the plan in the next few weeks. Secondly, it means that she might be able to get rehomed. She's very nervous. I have to keep talking so she knows I'm behind her. She's sort of watched me for ages and made sure there's nothing else going on. But this is massive. And the other day, I laid on a blanket outside for a couple of hours with the kittens and Mumcat and stuff. And she came and sat on the big box next to me, quite close, for the whole time. And I was able to give her a little scratch under the chin, which is definitely a new thing. Which is definitely a new thing. And she didn't seem to, because I've got to stroke her a few times, and that was kind of when she was eating, and she was like putting up with it because she was eating. She didn't seem to enjoy the scratch under the chin, just around the jawline that the cats love. But she also didn't pull away or anything, and she could have easily, and she wasn't eating. So it was a step in the right direction, but this is a big jump up. So I'll get some footage later of once all the kittens are moved and stuff. They're disappearing and reappearing on a bi-daily basis at the moment, so it's very stressful. But there we go, big step in the right direction. Interesting turn of events. Mumcat finished all her breakfast, and she did it while I had the kettle on, I had the oven on, so she was nervous because every time there was a noise at night, but I kept talking the whole time. She's used to that now, so I think that helped her. She had her breakfast, then walked out the door, stood on the step there, the concrete step outside, and started just calling for her kittens. I think at the moment, I was out there earlier, and there's 2 kittens out there. I think 2 at the secondary home, the holiday home, if you will, which is like in a bunch of garages. But I haven't fed the kittens yet. I fed them like early this morning, so it's been a few hours. It'd be very interesting if she appears in a minute with more kittens. She's like bringing them to the food, so yeah, hopefully she might give them to us. A few of you know before, we have had stray cats before. I was feeding a pregnant cat again that just appeared, and what looked like maybe a brother. Relatively young cat. She was a lot more friendly. She realised what was going on a little bit quicker, and we know she was pregnant, and so I did the similar sort of stuff, but over in the main part of the garden. Before we had all 3 dogs, we only had 1 dog at the time, and one very rainy night, I came downstairs to make a cup of tea, and she had brought all her kittens in and put them in a box on our kitchen table, literally. Which took me back a bit. There was still 1 kitten to go when we came downstairs, so I went out to check, and I had 1 kitten, and I had to writhe through the mud. There you go. There's something for the wank bank. To rescue the other kitten. But yeah, so hopefully she might just sort of show the kittens that it's okay here, and And that'll make the transition today and over the next couple of days a lot easier with Mumcat if she knows they're here. So, all good news, I'll keep you updated. Sadly, Mumcat, we got interrupted earlier. Mumcat didn't bring the kittens in because Molly, our cat, came downstairs and she was scratching on the door and she gets priority. For those that always ask, that's why we're not keeping Jared Bowen, because we've got an elderly cat that doesn't really like sharing the house with other cats. So that's just a no-go. And so it's now sort of Sunday afternoon and there isn't any kittens or cats. So they must be at their summer place. We've had a little bit of rain and there's more dew. So I don't think there'll be any taking of the kittens today, but there's no rush. We'll do it over the next few days, hopefully. But it's looking all on the up. You know, the kittens are getting a lot bigger. See, as you can see, kittens are getting a lot bigger. They all seem to be really healthy. They've all got good eyes, which is good because Mumcat has some sort of deficiency in one eye, and we just need them to all be here, and then we'll be horrible and steal them away. It's going to be horrible. There's no two ways about it. I know we're doing the best for the cats and even Mumcat and stuff, but you know, she's not going to understand what we're doing, and I'm sure there'll be a few days of calling for the babies that we're going to feel horribly guilty about, so that's going to be fun. But there you go, that's this week's update. Didn't even get to see a kitten. That's rubbish update, isn't it? No, but it's going all good, and like as you saw earlier, getting Mumcat able to come inside to eat is amazing because it'd be so much easier to catch her and help, because that was always the big worry, because she's looking a little bit randy, as is Scratch, so hopefully we'll get him in and it'll be done. So there you go, look at some cat food bowls. Thank you. I should make that the thumbnail, shouldn't I, really? That'd be exciting thumbnail, that. Ah, it's lovely. Right, thank you very much for watching. See you next week.